Hello, good morning. Okay, welcome to Human School. Yeah, as promised, today's streamers meeting. Today we are going live with Charles. Yeah, Charles is somebody I met in Malaysia who works in a non-profit die working with the refugees. Okay, and he himself was a refugee. Okay, in Malaysia for several years. Today I'm so happy to be able to get him on to talk about his journey, okay, from his country of origin to Malaysia for so many years, and finally he's now resettled in Canada, where UNHCR resettled him. So to him, how he persevered in his dream, being in Malaysia for so many years. So for those of us who have hopes and a dream for the future, and you don't see things happening in life, right? Maybe this is a chance to get a glimpse of what it's like to persevere in that dream. Okay, with that, let me send him in. Hello, Charles. Hello.
Hi,
Hey, hi, Charles. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well. So, looking good. How's the day?
Sorry, pardon?
You're looking good. Can you hear me?
Alright, just give me a second. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you. But can you hear me?
Yeah, but let me connect to my headset.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, can you say something? Okay,
Yeah, okay, you can hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. Hey, good to see you again. You're looking good.
Oh, thank you very much. Good to see you. I like the background stuff.
Yeah, just a little setup. I'm trying to put together. But I realize
Nice.
it's a lot of work, putting things together. I'm not a technical guy. So just putting in, step by step, surviving with this. I can see that you have your own channel.
I'll
Sing,
start long time ago, but yeah, I now have some time, so I thought to, just taking the time that I have a time, so I thought to do. That's why.
yeah, that's good. Teaching people how to do push-ups, right? Very
Yeah,
important.
yeah, it's actually basically like all the things is there in my like a workout, fashion, food vlog. It's like a vlogging daily vlog. So I started doing this is a 30 days challenge.
Yeah.
So it's real push-up is really a good exercise for the body. You don't have to go to gym actually.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, back to basic. Okay. I would join you, but I have a gym membership, so I'm going through another regime. But yeah,
Yeah, you can do it in the gym also before you start doing any exercise. It's warm up. You can do the push like 10 push-up warm up, then start doing the equipment.
yeah,
It,
sure thing, sure thing. Okay, that's good. Okay,
yeah.
anyway, Charles, thanks for uh accepting my invitation for you to come on board to share because your journey, because you have a very unique journey. I don't think many people share the journey, but I'm sure your journey will inspire those people also in similar situation, exactly in similar situation to sort of persevere in their dreams about what is ahead for the future. So with that, maybe you share a little bit about yourself. Like, okay, as much as you can, what do you like to do in your free time, your hobby, just to get to know you.
Okay. So you're in America. So what are my hobby? You want to know, or like basically what I normally do?
Just yeah, what do you like to do? Who you
Yeah.
are as a person.
Okay. I'll introduce myself first, like how I ended up here, like just a short review. All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my name is Charles. My full name is Anthony Charles Alphonse. My first name is Alphonse Anthony. My middle name is Charles, and last name is Alphonsus. So me and my mom, so living in Malaysia. So we actually came from Sri Lanka as a refugee. We moved uh, to Malaysia. So we end up there. So due to we were living in Malaysia for quite a long time.
Mm.
And the reason it's some kind of sensitive, so I don't
Okay,
in
sure.
terms of issues I don't like when I can't share because of safety and security stuff. So life in Malaysia, wow. You know, as even the not as a, not only a foreigner, even the foreigner and then even the refugees, it's very difficult, especially as a being a refugee in Malaysia. It's very tough.
I
It's
see.
really tough. Because even though you have a little bit freedom, you can't do what you like to do. For example, you can buy property. That
Mm,
property, okay, I understand, but let's say you can't do like ordinary people, like the people who are doing, for
mm,
example, you. So let's say you, or maybe
yeah,
your son, your family, let's say like a young guy like me who wants to pursue in a higher education, or now they're opening a way to study. Let's say if you have a talent to study, they can get scholarship, they can do it. Let's say
mm,
buy a car or start a business, or like there's a certain freedom that normal ordinary people that are having Malaysia, but the refugee people can't do at all
I
because
see. Okay.
it's ringing. So as I'm living in Malaysia, it's kind of so yeah, kind of stuff I had to. But what I do basically, my when I'm in Malaysia, like my hobbies are like I find it reading books my one of my best hobbies. I would say I read such as Life Without Limits. That's my all-time favorite. That one is a Nick's books, and he's the author.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay. I know that one. He's the guy
yes,
that is without limbs, right? Without,
yeah,
yeah.
the one so
He's a
no hand.
Christian. Okay, and yeah, I know.
I got that book from one of my uncle when I was 15, around that
Yes.
age. That I have
Okay.
been keeping. I passed it to my friend as
Mm.
well.
Maybe for some context, at what age do you come to Malaysia? So when you say you're 15, were you in Malaysia then, or like, how long were you in Malaysia?
I have been there for 23 years.
22,
23 years. I am
23
now,
years. Okay.
yeah, I'm now 25.
You're 25, so you arrived in Malaysia and you 3 years old? Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay, that's it.
two, two, 3 years
Okay.
old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a long time. So, okay, at 15, you read a book, okay, and it encourages you. Okay, okay, go on.
Yes. So it's a long time. So I read books and then I have a lot of actually I started writing books because I'm interested in writing. It's a
Wow.
kind of but halfway I stopped because I haven't published because uh I didn't have money or financially I'm not stable.
Mm,
When I couldn't finish up because my responsibility I have to find work, studies and this and that. So I couldn't complete it. And
mm.
writing, yeah, and then reading books and then work out.
And
And then I
workout, yes.
do cook sometime and I'm
Yeah.
have time.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
how did you okay maybe to help people understand as a refugee your status you don't have a status in Malaysia, right? You don't have
Yes.
IC, so therefore you cannot do a lot of things. You cannot even go to school, the
Yeah.
Malaysian school, isn't it?
If
So how
yeah, government works or government schools, you can't go. It's because of the status that I'm holding, and
yeah.
I'm sure like a foreigner as well.
Hmm.
I don't know, but do you think foreigner can go to government school? I don't think so.
Maybe not also. Yeah, they will have to go to sort of private schools. Yeah,
Yeah. So
but
yeah, that the
okay.
majority thing is like, and the major issue is that because of the status that I'm holding.
Okay. So how were you school? Did you go to the normal route of kindergarten, primary school, secondary school? Yeah.
Yeah, I got this school. It's a private school. So it's located in Puchong. It's
Mm,
an American school. So I have completed my high schools there. High school there.
all
So I
right.
have the school is a GED program, it's a General Education Development, which is an American syllabus. I've studied there in. in Puchong. I don't know. So now I felt like it's a God's plan there at that time
Yeah.
because now here is America. So if you want to go in America to school or work for anywhere, you must have school diploma, which is GED. They require
Okay.
is done there for that. So that's
Yeah.
the point. And then yeah, I
Okay.
go to
So you go to a private school and then you finish your primary and secondary school
yes,
education. Okay.
yes.
Then maybe okay. Unlike other young people, okay, maybe they would have dreams and hopes. And they feel secure because they know their future in the land, right? So but for you is very different, right? You don't know what your future is going to be like, right? So when you were younger, be share with us, when you're a teenager, right? What goes through your mind about your future? Do you think about it? Maybe if you don't think about it, I think it's fine also. But do you think about it? And
Yeah, so like as you feel like as a normal, ordinary young kid compared to the young adult, like my status holding who are like outside of like for example same as my status were being a refugee, I can understand. For example, like I think about my future because I've been there for a long time. Even you can't get a PR or any status or a permanent residence or a green card. I mean like any kind sort of document that which is you can able to do things. So when those things even you can't do it, so it's kind of makes you worried because your age is getting old and you can't do things up, which is the old young. I mean the women like most of the young people doing, you can't do. For example, buying a vehicle, you can't do that. And when even though you go to find a good job, you can't get the salary as the local people getting up. Even they will say, and some more they will say, even though if your status are low, the pay is also low, but you have to work hard than the other people. And all this, it's stress and depressions, and then sometimes the people will blame you. Why are you here for what? They will ask the way they treat you, it hurts you. All those things will mentally will push you.
yeah,
So
okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know that in Malaysia, like employers are not supposed to hire you, right? Because it's illegal to hire somebody, right? So then you guys have to get by with, whatever jobs that you can find and whatever willingness of the employer to take you on. It may be a risky thing for them, but the private enterprises, that takes you on. So am I right to say that?
yes, yeah, it's true. And even I have been to few companies to work, and then even what I heard from the some company that I worked, it's true. What you said is true. It's like they can't hire. It's not that they can't give you. It's they can't hire because of the refugee status. You can't work officially, uh, but you can work as a volunteer. As one side, and the other side, you need to live. You need to live your life. If you are in some another country, when you're not working, you can't get some food or you can't buy any stuff like stuff other any other like other people. So you have to
Right.
work. If you want to work, if you want to earn money, you need a job. So
Okay.
that's also kind of difficulty.
Right. So what would normally, okay, I know your path is, yeah, I will find out specifically your path because when I met you in the boy shelter under El Shaddai, right? And you're working there as a caretaker, you have the boys. So I know you have a job there, but prior to that, what did you ask? And, what led you to that, taking care of other refugees, even though you are one yourself?
That's the big testimony actually. It's like it is a testimony. So around I joined NCI 2020, 27 March. So I worked there for 3 years, and then in 2009 and 2020, I think 2019 to 2020, I was working a diamond shop, which is located in the Bangshan shopping mall. So I'm a diamond designer there. So after my studies and I work, so I earn money like like okay 6,000 K something for a month.
Wow,
So I do
okay.
so I do designs, and at that time my mom is a prayer warrior. I want to say it here, and she do pray for a long, like 3 to 4 hours by kneel down and we pray a lot. So that much strong enough in that particular time because when you have money you forget God. And so and then what happened was then the first pandemic came, the pandemic came, and um, I lost my job, and because of my company has lost 3 million or something because of the no sales, because of shops are closed and people stop coming out because it's a pandemic. The people, the shops are closed, so they have to terminate the staff who are working at the shop. So me and some Malay friends were working at the shop. They terminated us, and I was at home, and I was depressed, and I can't ask mom for giving some pocket money, and I don't have a savings because I'm giving to my friends. They ask 500, I'll just give. I don't know and then that's particular month and the particular days started to reminding myself saving money is important, and then the moreover the God is important. Then I was like depression and all those things. So I was like then I very depressed and I'm looking for cash and asked mommy this and that, and I've done some like kind of fighting street fights and all those stuff, and I was very bad at that time. So my mom and she came and told, you need to pray, you really need to pray. And then I just said, okay, why don't we try this? And then I started praying and praying harder and harder. And at most, for I think 1 hour something, then I started crying because when all those things like coming like movies, when all the things come, you don't feel like you're praying. I started crying with things. And then the next day, I received a call from my uncle. His name is Uncle Dwight. So he's my sister works with my uncle. So he's the one know about El Shaddai, especially the island. So he called me and I told him I'm looking for a job, and then I contacted Dr. Arlene. So he passed my contact to Dr. Arlene. So she contacted me and she came over all the way to Sunway to interview me. And then we had a couple of talks, and then she interviewed me that KFC in Sunway. Then I was talk about my past and my situations. I had despite his job, and I told her that. So, and then she told me we have a school and you can be motivate them, you can be teach, you can do this. And because previously before working, I had some experience teaching in it's called MRC, it's a Chinese tutor center, it's private center. So I was a teacher at this time experience. How I came into El Shaddai. So that then after came El Shaddai, I changed a lot, especially the English, a lot. Yeah, that's how I ended up in El Shaddai.
Okay, amazing. You were from sort of a private industry, right? Doing jewelry, and you end up being in a school teaching and imparting your life to the people, the younger people or people that may see food as something to admire and to follow. So 22 years in Malaysia. So you studied and you work. Okay? And then in terms of your future, right? What are you guys waiting for in that 22 years for the sake of people who do not know the situation? Because Malaysia you don't have a future in Malaysia. Malaysia will never give you citizenship or give you a permanent land, right? So you guys looking forward to, okay.
That's big question. It is like what I was like. I was like asked mommy, what am I going to do? Like, and I had some thoughts back in my long time about like the suicide or because you can't do you can't share the much things with the mom or family, and because I have my mom, she's a widow, and I can't go and share a lot of things while I'm going through all those stuff. So so basically, what we can hope is the UN. So I would like to thank UNHCR, the United Nations of High Commissioner there. So they are looking people who are desperately need help, so they are resettling to the people to the country where they're acceptable or accepting people. So, but it takes quite a long time. It takes a really, really long time because it's thousands of refugee people are registered in the United High Commissioner. Yeah.
So the UNHCR, for those people who do not know, is the United Nations High Commission for the refugees, and they are the ones that resettle people in Malaysia, refugees in Malaysia, for that country, right? A country that will know that they will have a future. If it's long enough, they will get green card, right? So
The recently called it's a homeland country. So a refugee meaning stands for the people who can't return to the home country. The
mhm.
people who don't have anything. So that's what stands for refugee. So they're given to resettle to another country, then that country is going to be your home country.
Home
So
country, yeah.
that's
Okay. So
homeland.
now you are in a home country. Can you share with us where are you? Is it sensitive? Okay, you tell us as you are allowed to. Okay, so where are you right now? And then share with us also on hearing the news that UN will relocate you there, right? How do you feel after persevering for so long in 22 years in Malaysia?
It's so amazing, and I would like to thank God first. It's nothing by even the UN helped us, but it's moved by God. It's like it's all possible by God. If there's no God, nothing just happened. So
Mm.
because I in Malaysia, back in Malaysia, even I myself was thinking why it's taking long, long, long. But later on, I realized when I come here, God want me to have. God, He already had a plan on me. You see, I have an American school over here. I'm studying. That's
Mm.
take me a long path. And then I had experience in teaching, and then after that, and I gained some certificate and skills. And those things I brought up here, I can use it. I able to use it. And then here, yesterday I went to it's a university to apply for the teaching job, and I got it.
Wow. Wow. This is new.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
God. Amen.
Amen. So it's like so now I understand it is God's plan. So it's like God's timing. They say it's everything has a time. So I later on realized. So when I'm back in Malaysia, I was thinking why God is sometimes I ask question. So after some time I realized this thing and I talked to my students, my friends back in Malaysia who are worried. I told them, just go ahead and live your life as it is. Go in the flow. God has a plan. That's why it's taking. So those who are studying, study. Once you finish, you automatically come here. You can do the stuff you wanted. So it's not you are saying that it's God who had a plan for you there to do something. So stop worrying. That's the only thing I'm telling them because I was a person in them and I was there. So
Right.
yeah.
Wow, it's amazing, amazing testimony of how you finally got a job and the fact that God brought you from different industry into teaching, has its reasons, and congratulations for the new position, and it's a new life for you right now, isn't it? Tell us how is it like
Yes.
over there? I know you've been only there for a few weeks, right, or a month or so. How
So
is
it's
how's life in there?
this is my third week I'm entering. So it's like still got I have two more interviews. If it's like not like once, I have two more. So I've selected for the first HR. So I have two more interviews. I already done yesterday. It's like teaching sessions. So I have to teach for beginners, and then it's like a B1. So B1 means like advanced level students. I've done. So I received some positive comments from the lecturers who have observed me. So I'm waiting for two more. So maybe I believe it. Everything's happened by God's plan. So I'm just give it to Him. So I was at when I'm like getting into a flight. I really can't believe myself. It's like tears come automatically. Now I'm the guy, who's very tough guy. I don't cry for nothing. So it's like you can't express that feeling. And I went on a flight. I pinched myself looking around. Am I? That's first time, after a long time, you're getting out of the place where it's like I don't want to say it's a prison. It's like you're staying for a long time. It's a new experience, new feeling, and you're sit equal as the people. Some of God, we are in a business class flight, so it's like, so if you think back, how good God, He can do things, how crazy way He loves us, and that's make me to love God more and
Mm,
more.
right.
Make me stronger in God. Yeah.
Amen. So it's so amazing. Thanks for encouraging us or encouraging those of us who in the midst of persevering in a hope, in a dream, right? You mentioned about not to worry and keep doing what you're supposed to do. You do not know what is the future, right? But what you do right now, God will actually use it for something else a little later on. So thanks for sharing with us that. And I think you will encourage a lot of people. Okay. Okay, I want to ask you also about what is your plans for the future right now? Now that you're in a new place, of course, for a job, right? You get what else do you look forward to?
Wow,
It's a new dream. What's your new dream right now?
that's a great question. Thank you for asking. And yeah, I plan to continue my studies in another part. If I'm planning to do TESOL, is a Australian teaching course, and I want to do my bachelor's BA in TESOL. So planning, I'm working on it, and
Mm,
then yeah, I'm work. I want to work and I want to earn money. My future goal is to give people like the countries who are back in a lot of home countries. I wanted to give them a free education, free,
mm,
totally free and
amen.
high education. So I'm working on it. That's my future goal. So I will take for that to reach. What are the steps? So I will do it. So that's my future goal, like my vision to give free education to those who need it in a remote area. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing for wherever you're with, right? You are thinking about how to bless others and how to give back. Okay, what have God has done in your life, and I think that's very inspiring. Okay, just one last question. I try not to make the car too long, but I think what you shared, it's really enough to inspire some of us who are in the midst of the same situation, but in maybe different context, not as a refugee, people who are persevering in their dreams to, continue not to worry and keep doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, in this interview, you mentioned a lot about God, your faith, your Christian, and how God actually navigates you. So can you share with us what's the role of faith of your relationship with God, right? Play your entire journey. I know it's very easy to say not to worry, right? Do what you do. What else? Okay, what's the secret of how you persevere so long and how you end up to where you are right now because of your faith?
Wow. It's like everybody has a personal touch by God. So sometimes you have worried, sometimes you have a this and that will comes and cover us. So it's like when your physical strength is weak, but let's say your physical strength is like more stronger. When your spiritual is less, means you can't defeat your life or success or blessing from God because your
Mm,
spiritual is less. So
mm,
what nowadays people are doing is they focus on the physical. So what I'm trying to tell them is what I realize and what's work on me means I when I started realizing I'm receiving multiple blessings from God from nowhere. I'm here in America. I received a lot of friendly, loving people. Even today, the one people, and I was looking for Bible, and then today I got the Bible. I mean, it's a book. I would say because something that I've asked from God is given. If I looking for, if I ask for something, He definitely give. So what
mm,
I'm trying to do is you need to give some strength to your spiritual. So when
mm.
your spiritual is more higher than your physical, so it overall it will help you physical and emotionally, so you can grow well. And also you don't doubt on God's plan.
Yeah.
It's not like I know you sometimes people we are praying for a long time, but when you pray, but it takes time means you have doubt on is it God will do it, like having doubt. So don't have to doubt. When you pray to God, He will receive. He will send the prayer, the answer. We just are we enough to receive the answer or not? So we should look ourselves. So it's like a questions to everybody. Are we enough to get the answer from a God or not? So we need to look ourselves. What are the things that stop us from to receiving answer or blessing from God? So that's the one thing I say. Stop doubt from
Right.
God.
Okay, that's fantastic. So we are a physical being, we are spiritual being, right? So if we just rely on physical willpower to do things, right? And our spiritual inside life is not strong. It's not greater, right? Then it's gonna be challenging. So
it's like a demonstration. Like one side is a one bodybuilder, and other side like a skinny. The
right,
skinny person is like a spiritual,
yeah,
bodybuilder like physical. What will happen? The spiritual, like the physical person, the bodybuilder, of course, will hit the person, the skinny guy. He will
yeah.
down. Why? Because this guy is weak. So
Mm,
your spiritual is weak, physical can take over your life. That's
yeah.
why you're in depression. That's why suicide thoughts. That's why no motivation, self
Mm,
doubt. When your spiritual is higher, you have a God, and you started praying. When you have God, you will have a good life. You have a self motivation. You will have a good thoughts. You can think far, so you
mm.
can think forward. So that's why I meant to say.
Yeah, guys. Okay, listen to that. Okay, so when spiritually strong, yes, 22 years in the land in between, right? You can persevere, you can overcome, and you can thrive. So that's very clear. Thanks, Charles. That's all the questions I have, and I think I learned so much. In fact, I never talked to you sort of in depth, right? I met you in the shelter several times, but we never really know your story. So thanks for coming on board and sharing your story. I thought you were from India. I keep thinking you're from India, so people are from India, but actually you're from Sri Lanka, right? And
Indian people, Tamil people, or Indian people all over the world. Go, you will see them.
it doesn't matter what nationality we are, but we are all children of God. We are all citizens of heaven, and we are all spiritual beings. Okay. So that thank you, Charles. Come on next time. I will invite you again to get an update maybe. And yeah, so guys, we want to thank Charles for coming on board and showing us the way how to persevere in our hopes and dreams. So I hope you appreciate today, you enjoy today. So please subscribe, like, and join Charles channel as well. Okay, I'll put his link in the description so we can actually continue the journey together as a community. So with
All
that,
right.
thanks, Charles. Thanks everybody. I'll see you around.
Thank
Okay.
you very much. God bless you. Bye bye.
Take care.